are you? My name is Danielle. Welcome to Moonlight Intuition. We have Mr. Bear here too. There's thunder out and he's terrified and it's like so cute, but just such a sin too. He's like a 110-pound dog. This is going to be a general reading for you. If there are messages that resonate with you, please like the video. Thank you very much for doing that. It does help my channel get out there more as well. And if you would like weekly readings, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be posting these for free every week. And if you'd like a personal reading with me, all the info for that is in the description box below. Oh, Bear's gonna lay down now. Oh, this is a good reading. I feel like you had this card last week. Maybe. Let's see. This reading is no fucking around, Gemini. We have the Hermit reversed, the Hanged Man, and the Emperor reversed. Okay, so you have three major arcana here. If you're like, what are major arcana? The major arcana in tarot kind of signify major turning points in life. There are fewer of them in the deck than the minor. So, and you got three. Now, I looked at the timer on the clock here and it said 1:11, just as I said that. So here, this is also Virgo energy. We have Virgo energy, Pisces energy, and Aries energy here. Take that if it resonates. If any of you are like, yes, that person. There's something here about, I feel like you got this card last week. I'd have to go back and look. But there's something here about the dark night of the soul, lessons from the past, and, you know, maybe you're stuck in the past still about something. Or this can be veering on like isolation. So the Hermit is all about introspection, inner wisdom, kind of deep ancient wisdom, if you will. But the shadow of this can veer on isolation. So kind of the introspection when it veers on too much and it's veering on isolation. So whether it's that, like, if you've been in a phase or like, okay, yeah, fuck the outside world. I'm like all about just like me. I just want to be on my own. And that's amazing. But it's like all things, right? All things in balance. It's like if you work out, eventually you're like, okay, I need a day off. I need to stretch. And I'm feeling that right now. My lower back is killing me. I'm like, and I went to F45 like 2 weeks straight. I'm like, why didn't I take a break? So it's the same thing. It's like anything that we do. And if we're like resting, sometimes like, okay, maybe I should like go out and exercise or whatever. But there's something here that if you went through a dark night of the soul, that this is like you're okay to pass go and leave this phase of your life. Okay. We all go through these phases that it's like very deep. We make mistakes or we like things get messy in life and we get into this darkness kind of, and then it's like, oh my God, I can't even believe I went through that. I will never feel good again. I will never deserve to be happy again, or I'll never trust again, or I'll never. That's fine. The dark night of the soul is very real and we have to go through these things. But I think it's like time for you to be like, okay, because the Hermit here, this lantern contains his or her wisdom and lessons from the past. So the key here is to like unfreeze your feet with that lantern of wisdom, to put the lantern down at your feet and set yourself free and proceed with a new, you know, toolkit of knowledge, lessons, fresh perspectives, new point of views, right? Because that's the point of life. It's so amazing, really. Because it's like, I said to a friend the other day, and it might sound silly, but I was like so in awe. I was like, I've never been exactly where I'm at right now in my life. And how cool is that? So to kind of be excited about life again, right? Instead of being, letting it weigh you down. You're an air sign and you're the twins. You're meant to be in like 75 places at once. So it's like, I feel like there's something that perhaps has weighed you down and that's okay. Those processes are part of it, part of being human. And it's a very real cycle we have to go through. But I think it's time now, and this might be different for you, that you're like, well, I don't know how to proceed. Like, and that's the point of coming out of the Hermit mode. It's to just let the lantern light the way one step at a time. Because usually you're like over here, over there, but that's also part of your kind of shadow a little bit when you're too much here, there, and everywhere and not being like moving with intent, right? Moving from an intuitive place, moving from a conscious place, right? So it's time to, yeah, take stock of where you're at, what you've been through, what you've learned, what you would do differently next time, what you would never do again. Give yourself compassion and be like, okay, last year at this time, I just didn't know what I know now, right? And so it's like to not look at yourself as good or bad. No one is good or bad. It's like there's joyful people and miserable people. I've been both. And usually when we're miserable is when we do things that aren't as, that we wouldn't necessarily do if we were joyful, right? But also beyond that too, it's like to even like make it more simple. It's like there's conscious and unconscious. So whatever it is that maybe you're hanging on to, it's not even that you did it. It's like you were a piece of this universe who was not as conscious as you are now. So your unconscious made your physical body do certain things in this, you know what I mean? And now you're merely more conscious. So it's really time to give yourself compassion. Because Gemini, you're an air sign, you're very much in the head. Get into that heart of yours. Give yourself some love. It's okay. You're not a bad person. You have so many more adventures. I think it's like, for some reason, every time I do readings for a Gemini, I feel like it's like Geminis are like a weird underdog or something. That it's like, watch out for the Geminis. Like you guys are really going to shine in a way that's different than you have before. Like you're usually just kind of like your social graces and you're charming and fun, but now it's like you're actually going to step into your purpose. And I think it's like whatever you've gone through. Well, no, I know whatever you've gone through is part of that purpose, right? It's like, think of like vulture energy. Nothing is wasted. When something dies and decays, it's not wasted. A vulture eats that. It gets recycled back into the ecosystem. So whatever you've been through, it's like things have to die to be reborn. And it's like, so it's time to really, if you do meditations, it's maybe to like breathe your pains and sorrows back into the ether. Throw that energy back. It'll be recycled. Like that darkness is not meant to live in you and your DNA. It's like blast it out into the ether. The universe knows what to do with it. The universe is like, great, thank you. And so this card of surrender, this is Pisces energy. The Hangman is about surrender. So it's kind of just to be like, whatever has happened just is, right? And this takes practice to be like, everything is as it should be. And to really come back in the present moment. And for a Gemini, that can be hard because you guys are like in the mind and over here and over there. But I think you're really meant to become at a place to finally truly follow your inner compass and not look out there as much. And even like you looking at this tarot reading, if you're watching this, it's like, I'm just here to remind you of that pretty much. Like you don't need me. You don't need anybody. You know what to do. And to surrender to, it's like affirmations. Like if you have to brainwash yourself with affirmations, I do. I was on Minnow Pond Tarot. I love him. You should follow him too. He's amazing. He has like almost 1 million subscribers. He's awesome. I've been following him for like a year. But anyway, he said that too, like brainwash yourself with affirmations. Like I am love. I know what to do. I am talented. I am a powerhouse. I am friendly. People love me. I am support. Like brainwash yourself with affirmations in a notebook. And part of that is like, everything is as it should be. I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. Everything happened exactly as it was meant to. Nothing is wasted. Every experience has led me to where I am now, right? It's like, it's so amazing and it's so true. And I went through a dark night of the soul. I'm out of it, but I mean, the lessons never learned, the clarity, but it's so fun when you come out of that heaviness and that darkness. You get excited about things. When things kind of start not panning out, you can get to a point of being more excited about it. Like, okay, wait, maybe I don't have all the information. Maybe I don't know. I thought this would turn out this way, but it's not. Why? And maybe things aren't just black and white, right? And it's like, and you're the twins. You have the power of duality, which is really good because sometimes people are like, well, you're not, like if it's like relationships, right? And it's like, well, you're not behaving this way, therefore I gotta like cut you out of my life. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's just like, okay, great. Well, maybe you just need time to go over here and do that. And maybe because you're going over there and doing that, it's because now it gives me more time to go over here and do this. And maybe that's the ultimate, returning ourselves home. And then it's like, if we reunite later, we'll be whole and complete and not needing each other, right? So it's like to really see everything as happened out of necessity for you and for anyone else involved. And you're only responsible for you. You're only responsible for you, right? And it's like in life, it's like, yeah, our hearts get broken, we break hearts, people hurt us, we hurt other people. And it's like at the end of the day, you're just responsible for you to make amends and then also return to yourself and be like, I can see my part in this and how, like why this happened to me and like how it's meant to serve me, how it's meant to bring me to a new level of consciousness. And yeah, you're a sign of the mind, cerebral, it's like consciousness. What happened a year ago, maybe even a month ago, you are more conscious now than you were then, right? It's not that good or bad. It's just like consciousness, right? And that's the beauty of life. It's like as kids, we're just kind of naive and free, and then life scorns us. We get all blocked. And then we start getting unblocked or not. If you do the inner work, if you're watching tarot and stuff, you're probably on that path which is amazing. I made a tea. I'm not really a tea person, but I'm trying it on. I'm trying it on. Because the Emperor reversed. So this indicates Aries energy, which Aries season is starting like in like a few weeks, like March 19th or 20th or something, or 21st, whatever, on the spring equinox. Now, and actually, holy shit, this is interesting because this is Pisces energy, which we're in now. This is Aries energy, which is next. So it's almost like this is actually like a perfectly laid out, like, you know, this is the past. This is the now, the surrender, just kind of accepting. It's less about doing, but just about like letting go. Like, go sit outside with nothing and just stare at the trees. Yesterday I did that. I saw like 6 cardinals. And you know what? In the cardinals, the red birds, I see them as very good omens and they always make me feel, and I see like 1 in a blue moon. Yesterday I saw 6, okay? And I've been doing a lot of shadow work, a lot of like introspection on myself, a lot of stillness, a lot of breathing, a lot of walks without technology. And yeah, I saw 6 cardinals. And because I was really paying attention, I was looking at when I was hearing its call, like, pew, 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 pew. They kind of sound like that. Then all of a sudden I heard, pew, pew. It was calling to another one. And I was like, holy shit. I was like, they were talking to each other. And truth be told, I never really paid attention to their call. Okay? So this morning, first thing, I come outside, I hear pew, pew, pew. And I looked and there was one all the way up on this tree that was like 70 feet high, and I saw it because I'm at a new level of awareness, because I'm listening more, right? So it's the more you become aware, in tune to life, you see that you are and have always been supported. So even for me, it's like, oh, I see a cardinal once. Maybe they were always there, but I just wasn't seeing them or hearing them. Now I can hear them. I don't even need to see them. I hear the call and I'm like, thank you. And that's a beautiful thing. So there's something about Aries season that's probably going to kick off and really a new cycle for you. I mean, it's the new energetic year, but the Emperor, it being reversed is kind of just like, whatever it is that you're maybe like, I want this. It's just like, it's not a no, it's just no, not yet. Not yet. The universe just knows better than you. You're not ready quite yet for that thing that you want, or that position that you want, or the person that you want, or, you know, the new chapter. It's just like, you got to let this shit go. You got to learn. You got to flip this, step into the light, take the lessons as new information, new data to move forward, because this is really a card of your personal power. And like I said, there's something, I don't know why really. I have no real like evidence other than like intuitively. I feel like Geminis are stepping into a different place and you're going to start showing up in the world in ways that you never have. And I feel like you're already on that path. But it's like people might have just known you as like, oh, aloof, goofy Gemini, just here and there and everywhere, the shoulder, but then you're going to start showing the fuck up, right? I feel like you're on that path, and it's like just a matter of like, yeah, letting the past, like through surrender, just like recycle through you and be like, just like the vulture eats the carcass. It's like, just let it kind of do its thing. And you're really going to step into a new, beautiful place. Ooh. Saw like 3 bolts of lightning. I'll take that as a good sign for you. Gemini, I love you. You're meant to really step, into a new version of yourself in a new way without fear. And people might be like, what? You're not used to seeing you like this. And you're like, well, this is who the fuck I am. I love you. I wish you all the best. Leave me a comment below if this resonated. Subscribe, do all those things. I'll show you the dog. He's so scared. Oh, so tragic. Love you, Gemini. Wish you the best.